Broncos country, today would be a great day to sign JK Dobbins, and I'm going to break down why. This man is truly indestructible. He's come back from like every single injury that you could imagine, and he still had a heck of an efficient year with the Chargers last year. So we're going to break it down. Hey, why I feel like he's worth signing. You guys have heard me talk about this, but we'll also dive in to some more advanced stats, take a look at his actual injury history. And yeah, I want to hear from you guys. If you are watching live, join the comments. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe. But let's go ahead and get started here. So, JK Jello Knees Dobbins, as Kodiak Broncos has coined his nickname, that's exactly what he is, Mr. Jello Knees. This man can have all sorts of injuries go on, and this man will still come back and look great, even if he's running with dead leg like he was with the Ravens coming back. Still better than any running back we've had over like the last 4 years, man. No doubt about it. J.K. Dobbins, 26 years old. Okay. Now, this is Draft Sharks. It's like a fancy football website, I guess. And they analyze his injury history and give an analysis on this. Now, hey, I'm no doctor, but hey, this random website is saying J.K. Dobbins has a low risk of injury in 2025, only 24% chance. He misses at least 2 quarters. What? I mean, I would imagine that he misses at least 2 games. That's how I see it. But signing a cheap veteran to come in here, I'm totally fine with that. We don't even need him for the whole year. All right. 1.6% chance of injury per game. I would also raise that. Projected games missed in 2025 is 1.3. Hey, fine by me. But let's take a look. His right leg has been absolutely torn up, but he's now indestructible because he's been through all these injuries. So we'll start off in oh man. High school, had a leg fracture, broke his fibula. And then in college against Clemson in the Fiesta Bowl, he suffered an ankle injury, an ankle sprain, looks like. Then when we get to the NFL with the Ravens, that's when we start having some issues. So he had a grade 3 thigh hamstring tear. Oh, man, one of several injuries that cost him time in 2021. He underwent surgery for this in August, early September, missed all of the 2021 season then with a knee meniscus trim. That was only grade 1, so thank God. But then get this. He comes back in 2021. Wound up hurting the same knee in October of 2022. They need to change this. He underwent arthroscopic knee surgery. I didn't even know they still did that surgery that month and returned week 14. And then in 2023, back week 1 versus the Texans, tore his Achilles, comes back last year against the Chargers, looks great. Played in 13 regular season games, 14 if you include the wild card playoff game. He suffered a left knee sprain in week 12's loss to the Ravens. Is this all? This should be on his other leg then, because that is his right leg. But nonetheless, this man has been through everything, but you see him with the Chargers this past year coming off an Achilles tear, okay? Averaging 4.8, well, this is receiving, 4.8 yards a reception, 32 catches, 153 yards, but I wanted to show the rushing. Averaged 4.6 yards a carry, almost a full yard more than Javonte Williams, right? 9 touchdowns, no fumbles. And he ran for just a little over 900 yards in the regular season in 13 games. And then had another 26 yards against Houston in the wild card round. But it still an incredibly productive player. And he has already shown to have some of that juice post-injury. It's been a while since he's torn that Achilles, 2 years removed from that. Been a while since he tore that hamstring, years ago. So he is good with that. Now, to some of your surprise, I thought he had torn his ACL at some point. I guess that has not happened. He only had the meniscus tear or LCL tear, so not the ACL. which is interesting. Anyways, let me get back to this. Elusive rating 54.6. I mean, that's nothing that's going to blow you away, but he still has some juice, no doubt about it. When you look at yards after contact as well, 3 yards after contact in the NFL, hey, you'll take that. That's fine. Let's go look at pass blocking. Now, he wasn't great as a pass blocker this past year. When you're bringing in a veteran running back, if you're a Broncos GM or Sean Payton, whatever, you want to make sure you got a guy that is really trustworthy in pass protection in case the rookies that you draft don't do it very well, or if Estime isn't doing it well, whatever. The veteran needs to show these guys the ropes of how to pass protect. This past year, gave up 2 sacks. That sucks. That is bad. And 8 pressures. Holy moly. On 339 pass snaps, 100 pass blocks. But when you take a look at what he's done throughout his time in Baltimore, he gave up no sacks and a total of 10 pressures throughout his time in Baltimore. So he at least has had better seasons with pass blocking, and still like a 69.6 grade. That's still fine when it comes to pass blocking. But yeah, you don't want to see him give up sacks. That sucks. But it's kind of like an outlier right now when you look at how he's performed throughout his career with pass protection. And again, guys, like the biggest thing is if we draft an Omarion Hampton or a TreyVeon Henderson, JK Dobbins, Kaleb Johnson, any of these guys, they will be that primary back throughout the season. I fully believe that. But you need a guy that can keep the shit going in the right direction. If they were to go down due to any injury, you want to be 3 deep at this position. JK Dobbins does not prevent you from drafting 2 running backs this year. No, doesn't prevent you from doing that at all. And hey, he's an Ohio State Buckeye. You know he hates Michigan. You know he hates Jim Harbaugh for letting go of him, right? So stay in the division, go and get your revenge against the Chargers. And hey, maybe we even get a better year out of J.K. Dobbins than what the Chargers were able to do. But I think he could be tremendous as a rotational back for us, a spot starter. Again, if you're signing J.K. Dobbins and you're getting like 10 to 13, good games out of him, I think that's fantastic. And let's say he does go down with a big time injury 8 games in. Hey, that's fine. We just need him to bridge the gap before our rookie running backs are truly ready. Now you might say, Dave, do we got the cap space for this? We got $17 million in cap space right now. That's top 51 cap space. And we can get up to over $20 million once we cut Damari Mathis. It's got to happen. Again, you can't have your lowest cornerback on the depth chart making $3 million. Just not going to happen. Just can't happen. So you cut Damari. You got plenty of guys or plenty of space to sign this guy. Spot track for what they're at least saying is market value $4 million. Maybe with incentives, it's $4 million. But each day that goes by, all these guys become more and more affordable. We'll have to see. But give me J.K. Dobbins over Nick Chubb. Give me J.K. Dobbins over Jamal Williams. All these guys. I like J.K. Dobbins. I like the style in which he plays football. Smash mouth, baby. Coming from a winning program at Ohio State. He's played for the Ravens. They won a lot of games. And the Chargers, they were a winning program last year as well. So I think would be a tremendous add to the locker room as well. But yeah, you can afford to bring this guy on a 1-year deal. Hey, we even have so much cap space. You could even offer him a 2-year deal where there's no money fully guaranteed next year, right? If you wanted to. But I think right now with where we're at in free agency, you can get him on a 1-year deal. I don't know why he hasn't been signed. Probably because of the injury history. But again, it was just a knee sprain last year. Plenty of running backs go through knee sprains. It's a physical position. It's been a while since, again, 2 years removed from the Achilles. He should be totally fine. So, in conclusion, why haven't we signed J.K. Dobbins yet? This guy, he can be helpful in the passing game. He's a fine pass blocker. He can break tackles. He can get yards after contact. He falls forward whenever he's tackled. He's a good physical runner, disciplined, and he can also show our guys how to recover from injuries properly and still keep some of that explosion and athleticism. Again, he tore his Achilles, and he looks still much more explosive than some of these other running backs that have been through less debilitating injuries. So that's my pitch. Why haven't we signed JK Dobbins for $4 million? Why haven't we done it? Victory lap. What's going on? Let's boo. Let's bow. Big E, how's it going? How's it going? Sven saying, I wonder if the Broncos are planning to draft 2 running backs and that's why they haven't signed him yet. Maybe that's the case. But I say draft 2 running backs regardless, because I don't think Audric Estime and Jaleel McLaughlin should have guaranteed roster spots on this roster. I think you take 4 running backs into the regular season on your active roster on the 53. I think we did 4 last year as well. That's not including Nate Atkins. We're not talking fullback. We're talking running backs. So how about have a backfield filled with 2 rookies, JK Dobbins, and then either Jaleel McLaughlin or Audric Estime, right? One of them earning that last role. Probably has to do with special teams. But again, I think Audric probably gets that because you draft a Brashard Smith, a LaQuint Allen, Jordan James, somebody who's really good as a pass-catching back. That's better than Jaleel McLaughlin. Or maybe Jaleel, man, he breaks out here in year 3. But you bring in 5 running backs, or bring maybe 6 because we also got Tyler Bidet, and have them fight for 4 positions on the active roster. Andy saying, yeah, always been a huge fan of Dobbins. Would love it in a very cheap edition. Why haven't we done it yet? Why we're not waiting for Aaron Rodgers to sign with the Steelers. What's the deal? There's no reason to wait. Let's go ahead and do this. I still don't like the thought of J.K. Dobbins because when you need him the most, he's never there because he's injured. But Big E, he played in 13 games last year. Like, for most running backs, hey, if you can get 13 games out of them, I think you feel pretty good. And again, he ran for 900 yards last year. Compared to what we've had at the running back position, that's like Barry Sanders level production. That's my thing. Like, at the running back position is going to deal with injuries, man. It just is. So again, sign him to be a spot starter, a spell back, maybe that initial starter for the first couple weeks as you're starting to get your top running back picks ushered into the offense, right? But we need a veteran mentor. We need a bridge running back. How about that? Dobbins not signing yet says a lot. Man, don't be a damper on my day. Man, I want Jelanies Dobbins. He is indestructible. The way he came back from that Achilles looked great, looked phenomenal. All right. I say we do it. Then how about this? We draft TreyVeon Henderson in the first, and we get Quinshon Judkins in the second, and we sign JK Dobbins. We get all the Ohio State running backs. We got a 3-headed monster, not just a 2-headed monster, a 3-headed monster. Dang, I'm dealing with a calf strain. Haven't been able to hoop again in weeks, man. That sounds terrible. Well wishes on your recovery, man. Draft the North Carolina running back and the Virginia Tech running back, Bashul Tutin. Yeah, he's the guy you can get on day 3, maybe. He's probably going like day 4 now with his testing times. I mean, he looked unreal. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Tutin there. If we can grab him as well, I think he's definitely better than Jaleel McLaughlin. So, yeah, Omarion Hampton, J.K. Dobbins, Bashul Tutin, and whichever I can't even talk. I'm just getting too excited here thinking about J.K. Dobbins, Jelanies Dobbins. That's beautiful. Can we get a tweaker on the roster? I heard on CBS Sports that Denver's rumored to move back and swap picks with Jacksonville. You mean to like the early second round? Interesting. Then you could get TreyVeon Henderson there. Probably pick up some more picks as well. Let me go and see what they would have to offer on PFF. Let's pull this up here. Let's go. Sign Jello Knees Dobbins. So if we were to trade from 20 back with Jacksonville, we'd go down to 36. Well, they do have a handful of picks. They're not interested in trading. Whatever. But yeah, maybe you could grab, go back to 36 and grab 70 and 107 or 70 and 88 and 126. That'd be nice, because then we could draft Mason Taylor. We draft a couple of running backs right there. That would be great. I think that would be a lot of fun. Ideally, I would want to move back. I definitely would. Get a second and a third. Yeah. Then we're cooking. Then we can draft defensive line. No problem. We can go get Jordan Birch. Yeah, probably the contract incentives are in his favor. But hey, here's the deal. Not George Payton. What's our owner's name? Greg Penner. He should have no problem, dude, just handing out the guaranteed money. Come on now, man. That's chump change for him. Judson Cake saying, please, I hope no running back or wide receiver before the draft. You don't feel like we need a bridge running back or wide receiver? Man. David, hope you're doing well, man. Hope your recovery's going good. Good to see you in here, man. Yeah, we got the money. Just give this guy a guaranteed contract. He'll want to ball out because he'll want to earn a nice contract the following off season. So just give him the guaranteed money that he wants. Who cares? It's not my money to spend. We're not some cap-strapped NFL organization out here. Nah, man, we got owners' net worth of over $120 billion. And the Cincinnati Bengals can't even build an indoor practice facility. Come on now. I think it's more on Dobbins' end, probably waiting until the draft to see where he'd get the most carries. Newsflash, even if we draft Hampton, our other running backs stink. That's what I'm saying. Andy, that's a great point. Maybe the ball is in his hands, right? Or the ball's in his court, whatever the saying is. And he's trying to figure out where he's going to get most of that action. The problem is, JK Dobbins, this running back class has like 30 draftable running backs. You're not going to be a workhorse anywhere. You're just not. Dude, Hampton and Dobbins, how about that kind of attitude from our running game? That's what gets me excited. And TreyVeon we trust, absolutely. If he is Jahmyr Gibbs, you just draft him. You just draft him there at 20. You don't even take a chance. Now, how do they evaluate him? I don't know. Because I don't necessarily think he's Jahmyr Gibbs. But if they think he is, you absolutely just take him right there at 20. Yeah, we got the money, baby. But man, this is M Thang 5100. This is the way to go. I would love it. Just keep the tandem intact. Draft one in round 1 and then the other in round 2. Or maybe you trade back and you draft both of them. That would be great. We definitely need a bridge running back. Yes. You don't want to be in the position where you're picking guys off the street midway through the season. No. We could use a veteran, man. Yeah, that's right. Well, he hasn't torn his ACL yet, knock on wood, so we should be in good hands. David saying, if the Broncos were going to get a free agent running back or wide receiver, does everyone think we would have already? Possibly, but I mean, free agency still. Aaron Rodgers still hasn't signed anywhere, right? I mean, there still are players available that are looking for spots on rosters that are good enough to be on rosters. I mean, Tyler Conklin didn't sign till just a couple days ago, right? Let's just take a look right now at available free agents. It's, it's just not all at once anymore. It's a little bit slower, but I think we'll see more free agents sign here this week, right? Like Keenan Allen's going to sign somewhere. Stephon Diggs will. I'm sure Von Miller will get picked up by a team, not the Broncos. Hey, and talk about a bridge wide receiver. Again, like let's say, I'm a Troy Franklin believer. I'm an A.T. Perry stan. A.T. Perry, baby. He's this year's Lucas Kroll. Most impressive player all offseason. That's what we're going to say about A.T. Perry. But let's say those guys don't take the jump that you want. You got Amari Cooper right there. Okay? I would love that. On a cheap deal, of course. You're not overpaying him, and you're not giving him multiple years, ideally. Tyler Lockett's still a guy that I think could be cool, like having him around. CJ Mosley, I think he'll be on an NFL roster. And honestly, I wouldn't mind cutting Damari Mathis for one of these guys. Chidobe. Woozier, bring him back to Colorado. Yeah. It's not filled with like a ton of amazing names right now, free agency, but still plenty of guys that are going to sign. Still plenty. Like, I thought the Josh Reynolds signing was fine last year, he was a bridge wide receiver, and then he got shot and hurt, and then he got shot. That changed things. But you know who is much more durable than Josh Reynolds? Amari Cooper. Tyler Lockett, I guess he's been a little hurt, but I still think he's pretty durable. Let's go check the injury history here. All right. Projected missed games, 0.6, whatever. So this past year, he had a leg thigh bruise, and then he missed one game in 2022 due to a finger fracture. Hip strain in 2021. Knee strain in 2020. It's been forever since he broke his leg in 2016. And then, yikes. And then had a PCL tear in 2016. Yikes. So, I think he's stayed still fairly durable, probably more than like Keenan Allen. Let's take a look at Amari Cooper. Oh, what? This is a premium feature? What is going on here? Need to get on a VPN. Oh, man. Oh, this is annoying. Well, looks like I'm cooked. I'm coming back here. We're going to take a look. Amari Cooper. Buffalo. And Cleveland. He played in a lot of games. Seemed to be healthy this year. But yeah, if the price is right, why not on all these guys? Ew, let's put that regrowth jello in his knees, then he will literally be jello knees. That's right. Kodiak showed me this yesterday in our Discord. You can join in the description, a 30-day free trial. And then just a couple bucks after that. But yeah, jello, consuming jello does help the regenerative process with the human body. The great. I agree. I've been saying we need to get him. Sign a 2-year deal, get Henderson from Ohio State or Judkins. We also have Blake Watson. That guy's talented. Yes, how could I forget about Blake Watson? I like Blake Watson. It was great to see him make an impact play before he got concussed. And then he got concussed. But I think Blake Watson might be better than Jaleel McLaughlin, at least in some areas. Dude, Estime does not need to eat. He needs to earn his share. He needs to earn his share going into year 2. What's up with Bidet, though? Was his injury serious? I mean, didn't he have like a spinal injury? Did he have to get like a spinal tap? I could be lying about that, but he was looking good, and then he like broke his back or something. Fractured his back. But Bo Nix played with a fractured back, but he is football Jesus. Yeah, Paul's saying sign him. You owe us, Sean. Come on, Sean Payton. Do something the fans want to do. It's about time you go New York Jets on this. Let's not rely on 5th, 6th, 7th round running backs and UDFAs as Arabs. I believe you meant to say running backs, Zach Phillips. But yes, I agree. Let's have some insurance. Let's have a bridge running back. Let's have a bridge wide receiver. Again, and then if you want to let go of these guys, you can just let go of them. Yeah, no worries. Bidet had a back injury, then we activated him for the playoff game and gave him 2 touches. Yeah, he didn't do anything with that. So, all that to say, man, JK Dobbins, do not sleep on him. He's an absolute amazing signing right now, and it needs to happen today. It's great that we got Evan Ingram, but you guys probably feel the same about Evan Ingram, about how this should not hinder how the Broncos draft. No. Let's get some insurance policies at running back and wide receiver. They still raise the floor of this room at both positions. A guy like Amari Cooper and J.K. Dobbins, they still raise the floor. J.K. Dobbins more so than Amari Cooper at this stage. Yeah. You got nothing to lose. It's a no-brainer. Zach Phillips, 35 games and no damn 100-yard rusher. It's kind of sad. Yeah. And you know what? J.K. Dobbins, I'm looking this up right now. He had 2 100-yard rushing games last year and a 96-yard rushing game for the LA Chargers. How about that? J.K. Dobbins has done multiple times this past year, coming off a torn Achilles, what this entire franchise has failed to do in 35 games. Yeah, y'all smash that like. Got 61 people in here with Twitter included. Y'all please go follow me on YouTube if you haven't done that yet. But guys, I'm going to go get some lunch and pray to the football gods that we sign a running back with a heartbeat this week to help raise the floor of this running back room. Sorry, don't got the Twitter numbers. That's okay. I'm the only one that does. Very much appreciate you guys. I will be back again soon, and hopefully we get some breaking news that we can all celebrate with Broncos country. Have a wonderful afternoon. Go Broncos.